Congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You've been able to play lots of amazing, diverse characters over your career so far, but Bonnie is a bit of a live wire. There's some things in there that I can imagine spoke to you. Did she allow you to scratch an itch that maybe you haven't been able to scratch before?
Yes, you nailed it. You nailed it. She's definitely a firecracker. I was really excited to dip my toes back into comedy. You know, I started out my career in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and had done romantic comedies, and then I kind of veered away from that. And so when Bill sent me, the script for Bad Monkey, and, you pay attention because he's one of the greatest that's out there, and it was just such a funny script, a funny season, and one in which I was surprised at every turn, and I was just so excited to get to play a big old troublemaker.
Yeah, and you've gone up against a few comedy superstars, shall we say, over the years, and this time it's Vince Vaughn, who is one of the best kind of improvers there is, and it's nice to see him back doing this. How do you keep up with him? What's the secret to keeping up with him? Because he's so good at all that kind of stuff.
A good old-fashioned Hail Mary, I gotta tell you. When he says, let's play, you gotta be on your toes. I mean, and I think one of the greatest things and the best things that any actor can always do is just be prepared with the lines that are on the page on the day. So I could never be prepared enough so that, when the time was right, you could just throw it all away, right? So you could just be in the zone of being open to whatever was going to come out of Vince's brain, out of his mouth, and then just roll with it. And I think one of the great things, as you just mentioned, he's one of the greatest of all time. And so, anything that you say, he can make funny. So, you just sort of go, just lean in and go for it. And, to have Bill in the background, who is equally funny and fast and quick, just kind of throwing lines at you, as well is really fun. And it was just a fun environment to be in. It's very loose, as you can imagine. And so for me, coming out of a number of different dramas over the years, to be back on a set that just embraces comedic ability and looseness was really, really fun.
Yeah. As a final question, as you brought up Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, it's 20 years next year, which to me is
Is it 20
it's
years?
20 years, 2005, it's next year.
Wow,
Yeah, 20 years.
It is 2005. Wow.
Yeah, and your good friend Downey Jr. has been in the news again in the last few days.
Yes.
Looking back on that movie, are you still surprised that it's kind of transcended so many things? It wasn't like a huge success in that respect, but so many people always go back to that film. What do you think the secret is to the success of that film?
It's interesting. It is really interesting to me, and I'm so proud because it's still to this day one of the highlights of my career. I had such an amazing. In fact, Robert Downey taught me how to improv, and it was such a highlight for me. And it's interesting, it's come back around now in the latter years as a Christmas movie. It's kind of reinvented itself. In fact, people will always say to me oh, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is my favorite Christmas movie. I was like, oh wow, that's right. It was set around Christmas time, and I never thought of it as that. But I'm glad that it's still, it's found its audience. It's a bit of a cult favorite, and it means so much to me because I'm so proud of that role and everybody in it, and I just love the movie. So it's really cool to me.
Yeah, good double bill with Elf, I have to say, at Christmas time.
Yes, there you go.
Indeed. Michelle, lovely to talk to you as ever. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!